credit Temple. I thought, we were playing pretty well early. I think they weathered that. Credit them for that. And I thought throughout the game, both teams were playing really hard. So there's a lot of deflections, a lot of loose balls, a lot of balls, plays that could go either way. And it seemed like they came up with a lot of them, and I don't think it was because our guys weren't playing really hard or hustling, and maybe some of the breaks went against us. But at the same time, we have to keep our energy up. We have to anticipate some of those next play things. I thought that's where maybe on a few plays their veterans really came through for them, and they turned out to be big possessions where they got points on them, off a scramble and things like that. But proud of our guys. We got it to 51-51. At that point, I think, and I told our guys, I think we could play the game 10 times. I don't know how many we would win, but we would win some of those games playing the same way because we did get some good shots. We got some good looks. We got some stops. But again, shots didn't go in, call here or there, all those type of things that kind of determine the outcome of a game. We didn't get them. But we can't let ourselves off the hook that easily on this game because of where we want to go as a team and a program. We have to find a way to win when those shots aren't going in and things don't go quite our way. So proud of our guys, and I know they'll come back determined to practice on Friday.
This may be the first game since the opener where at time, I don't know what the final numbers were, where it looked like you got hurt on the boards.
Yeah, no question.
How much of a factor was that in the game?
A big factor. I think it was two things, and I told our guys, we have this. This is the script. This is how we need to play. I think they tried to do that tonight. But we weren't as sharp as we've been in two areas, and that was one, taking care of the ball, 3 or 4 less turnovers, and we'd have been good. And 3 or 4 times on the offensive glass, they just outworked us, and that's what this league is all about, and a lot of the best teams. And so we have to continue to work on that. We've been very good, since the Wake Forest game, but they certainly hurt us there. And I think it was number 15 really came up with some big ones at key times. So credit him.
Coming out of the locker room at halftime, what were they doing differently to be able to score in the post, which you guys really did such a nice job of in the first half?
Yeah, I think they got us spread a little bit. And when we were running back, they were moving the ball a little bit better. When we were running back to coverage, we kind of let some feeds come in from the top, which we usually do a very good job of not letting that happen. And so they got it really deep. And and then they got some confidence on some of the offensive rebounds we're talking about, and then we had our hands full.
It looked like about 4.5 minutes there. It looked like you kind of had the crowd behind you, you had everything going. They're able to hit a shot, and then it sort of goes back and forth. What do you think kind of changed the game there in that last sequence?
Yeah, there was a couple plays there that we need to do better on. I thought we had a really good look, and we didn't convert it. We didn't score it, and then we didn't get back. We didn't go next play like we always do, and we kind of hung our heads for just a couple steps. Against an opponent like Temple, their first 3 steps are going to be fantastic because they really make you pay for those kind of mistakes, and they banged a 3 in on us, and that was, I told our guys that, that's what we have to definitely avoid.
I had to recheck when I saw Temple was only shooting 38% from the year. They're the perfect example of competing for 40 minutes regardless of how you're shooting. They didn't shoot that well against you either, and
they really are. They're a tough team, and they come at you in all areas. It's a little bit of a misnomer because since they've gotten their transfers back, they really didn't have the outside threats that they do now. Now that they have those guys, they can really hurt you from 3. And we did a much better job on that in the second half. They only made 2, but they can kill you from 3. And so their percentage is not going to be high even the rest of the year because they're going to take so many threes. But they can put the points up now because they can shoot the ball. They couldn't really shoot it early in the year.
Does this come off as sort of a missed opportunity more so than like a demoralizing type of loss? Like, this obviously your mood is different than after a game like Wake Forest or one like St. John's. Do you kind of just see this more as it was a missed chance, but you still feel encouraged at the team? Or
I'm looking at more of our guys where you're on this journey and you're trying to find that consistency of how you need to play. And I don't think our guys left script tonight. I think this was like the last 2 games in a lot of ways. No, we weren't perfect. We didn't make a lot of the shots that I think we can make. We didn't handle the ball, like I told you, the turnovers and the rebounding. But from what our guys were trying to do, I sense that they're still, they're trying to play it the way we need to play it.
Last thing, the support you had tonight, we had a nice crowd, and the team goes over and thanks the students from Marquette there at the end of the game. How much does that mean to have a building like this tonight?
No, we need this, and you know the great thing about this league is that you go on the road and you win at Memphis, and the next one you got Temple, a great opponent coming in, and you know storied program, and every game out in this league is important, and for us to get our program, we need this place filled up every conference game the rest of the way, and you know hopefully our fans will respond to this team. I think you watch this team play, I think you got to applaud their effort and their determination. So I hope everybody comes out and supports them.
When you look at Osakowski's potential already as a freshman, how excited are you about having him for a long time?
No, I am, and I've said before. I think Dylan's best basketball is ahead of him. I think he's a guy that, you know, not only is he a good player right now, but he's a guy you can really build your roster around because he can play different positions. And I think going forward, he can be that power forward type and give us even more size up front. And another guy that can score inside and out. You know, so I think he's got a world of potential. You know, it's interesting. I thought we could hurt them inside tonight, and I thought we did at times. But I also thought just kind of like Memphis game where Memphis was hurting us inside, but then they started turning the ball over late by going in there. I thought we did the same thing. I thought we kind of got a little tired, stopped moving, and turned it over trying to exploit the inside instead of just staying with our ball movement, player movement, and take advantage of it when we could.
Start for you. Did you feel rusty at all coming out there after missing last game, or was it just kind of trying to get in the flow of what's going on?
I just had an off night, no excuses. And I tried to help my team out overall, but I just had an off night.
Did it feel like any? I mean, did your ankle feel differently at all, or was it all just kind of?
Nah, I was good. I was strapped up. I'm 100%.
Temple's won a lot of games this year while not shooting well. What makes them tough defensively? And what do you feel like is the key to Temple's winning?
Something I think that they do real good is they limit teams to one shot, and I think that's their strength. They give up one shot and that's it, and that's real tough to play against.
Do you come away encouraged at all by what tonight? I mean, up until the final 3 minutes there, like you were right in the game, you had a good home crowd. Do you come away encouraged from that, or is it more of feeling like a missed opportunity?
I'm encouraged by my team, but this is nothing new. I didn't see this before. This fight in this team is tremendous, and it didn't shock me, but like we just had to give our head off to Temple. They played a good game.
Jay, you shot well from three-point range, but you missed that one driving layup, and then they hit a three at the other end. What happened on the layup attempt, and how frustrating was that? It could have went from a potential two-point game to a 7-point game.
Just should have made the layup. You know, can't worry about other stuff. I just should have, you know, converted that, and then, you know, the other thing wouldn't have happened. But you know, it would have been, you know, -1 instead of a +3. But you know, we still kept fighting. We put ourselves in a position to win. So that wasn't the end all, you know, be all, but it did help.
Do you like the outlook for this team, the way you guys are playing?
Most definitely. I'm not a bit discouraged by how we played, but at the same time, I'm encouraged because, you know, I know what we could have done. If we played our best game, then we would have been all, you know, okay, we did it, but it wasn't our best game. So, you know, we got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to work on, and just try to fine-tune some things, get another W.
You got down 10 points there about midway through the half after having the lead at halftime. Did it feel at any point like there might be a breaking point there, and instead you guys rallied all the way back, tied the score? Was that kind of a big moment, do you think, for you guys? Just
I mean, like Lou said, you know, he wasn't surprised at, you know, the fight. We always, you know, we actually like it when we're down a little bit. You know, we can fight back because we know we can do it. You know, we don't get down on ourselves like that. So definitely, but that stretch, that did, you know, prevail a little bit, and we got put ourselves in a position to win.
How tough were you guys trying to get defensive boards, particularly in the second half? It just seemed like they were getting a lot of second chance points. What was it? Was it just positioning? Was it just size? What did you think kind of was the difference there?
We should have just been hitting more. You know, we watched. I think we watched a lot of balls go up instead of, you know, finding somebody to hit first. And at the same time, that's the excitement of battle. You know, we want to get the ball so bad that we end up looking at the ball and trying to go after it. But we have to keep to our principles and, you know, hit first and then go get the ball.
You have the students from Marquette here. You know, you guys went over there and kind of greeted them after the game. How much of a lift did this crowd kind of give you guys tonight overall?
Oh yeah, it gave us a lot of momentum. I think you know, hearing somebody behind us always, you know, pumps you up a little bit, gives you a little more bounce. But I appreciate them coming. I want them to come again.
What changed in the second half for you guys offensively? You started off shooting so cold.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew the secret, but we shot it a little better in the second half, obviously. We got it to the rim a few times. Jalen Bond getting stickbacks was huge. I mean, he doesn't have any points in the first half and finishes with 10 points and 11 rebounds, and he goes for 5 offensive rebounds in the second half. So that's a big part of what we do.
Tulane early was hitting you guys in the post a little bit. Is there a defensive adjustment that was made to keep them
Yeah,
out?
a little bit, but not, you know, we put Jalen Bond on Osentowski. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Osentowski. So that helped us a little. But we gave up, in the first half, we gave up 13 points on out-of-bounds plays. So we were horrendous that way. And a little bit of adjustment in the second half, obviously. So, but it's a real good win for us. I think Ed's got himself a nice basketball team, and they're playing well. They made some really big shots down the stretch as well to cut the lead back, and we had that 10-point lead, and we didn't hold it very well. But then we found a way to get it back out to whatever the final score was. So I was very pleased with how our fortitude was.
Statistically, your team hasn't shot well this year, percentage-wise, but was this game kind of follow a formula?
Yeah, I mean, in the second half we shot it better, but a lot of that is, you know, finishing plays down the stretch and underneath the basket, and we did that tonight. Jalen Bond he's just a beast down there, and when he gets those offensive rebounds, just kind of sucks the air out of the opposition a little bit. It's demoralizing, and so he's been really good at that. We also only turned it twice in the second half. We turned it 7 times in the first half. We weren't playing particularly well, but again, a very good win for us.
Did it show you something going into a hostile environment, winning? You know, there was a moment there, 3-4 minutes left.
Yeah, we were in a little bit of trouble. There's no question. We made a couple big plays and a couple big foul shots down the stretch too. And then Jesse Morgan made the 1-3 to kind of put us up 7, which makes you feel a little bit better. But then we gave up a 3 right after that on the sideline, right in front of their bench.